Hello and welcome to Kashmir Now. I'm your host Akansha Parimu. Let's take a look at what made news this week. POJK activist unveils Pakistan's malicious strategy to divert focus from region's grave situation. New block for Legal Aid Defence Councils inaugurated in Udhampur. Atal Expo, the Pink Revolution, organized to celebrate women entrepreneurship in Srinagar. More than 6,000 Pakka houses developed in remote Thana Mandi Tehsil and other regions of Rajouri district. And in our special section of Incredible India, we take you to witness the growing Buddhism tourism in the country. A POJK activist has harshly criticized Pakistan for its hypocrisy and its role in worsening conditions in the illegally occupied territory of POJK. He blamed Pakistan for orchestration of terror attacks in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and using the Hurriyat Conference to fuel anti-India propaganda, all while diverting the global attention from the dire situation in POJK. The activist highlighted ongoing civil disobedience movement in POJK and POGB, where thousands protested against unfair taxes and severe shortages of essentials like food and electricity. Amid worsening conditions and administrative suppression, there is a growing unrest among the locals. We have a report.
They are trying to divert the attention of international media and international human rights.
In a recently released video statement, Dr. Amjad Ayub Mirza, a POJK activist, lambasted Pakistan for its hypocrisy and undermining the situation in the illegally occupied territory of POJK. The activist exposed Pakistan's hypocrisy, who is behind orchestration of terror attacks in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and using organizations like the Hurriyat Conference for running anti-India propaganda, while also diverting attention from the critical condition in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir.
The recent conference of all parties Hurriyat Conference in Pakistan and Lahore, that was held on the 18th and 19th of July, basically is trying to give legitimacy to the attacks that are taking place in Jammu. These attacks are caused by infiltration of Pakistani-based proxy terrorists. And all party Hurriyat Conference is now asking the world community to look into the atrocities that are taking place against the general population of Indian Union Territory, Jammu Kashmir, by Indian government. They are trying to divert the attention of international media and international human rights observers from what is going on in Pakistani occupied Jammu Kashmir. The fact of the matter is that in Pakistani occupied Jammu Kashmir there is a civil disobedience movement.
Mirza highlighted ongoing civil disobedience in POJK and Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, where thousands are protesting against unjust taxes on electricity bills. For over 7 decades, the illegally occupied POJK has been deprived of basic amenities, and the ongoing inflation in the region has aggravated the struggle of the general public to sustain their livelihoods. The activist further highlighted the severe shortages of basic necessities including electricity, flour and wheat, and the revocation of subsidies on essential food items in POJK.
Pakistan has imposed illegal and unjust taxes on the people of Pakistani occupied Jammu and Kashmir. There is no electricity, there is no flour, there is a crisis of wheat because they have cut the subsidies. The population has grown and the allocation of wheat and flour to various places inside POJK has not been revised. So there is a crisis of democracy, there is a crisis of economic rights, there is a crisis of ownership of resources in POJK.
It has been over a year since the residents of POJK have been protesting against inflated electricity bills and high prices of wheat, flour and other essential food items. But the local administration, in cahoots with Islamabad, has regularly snubbed these protests and demands of the locals. Amidst inflation and a high degree of suppression from the administration, matters are worsening in POJK. There are signs of unrest brewing among the locals, and it would be no surprise if yet another massive protest against Pakistan and its stooge administration erupts across the illegally occupied territory in the coming times.
Moving on, in order to improve legal assistance and access to justice for marginalized and underprivileged sections, a new block for legal aid defense councils has been opened at the Udhampur District Court Complex. The event was graced by several dignitaries from the judiciary and legislative departments. This new block will significantly enhance the capacity and effectiveness of legal aid services in the Udhampur district, providing privacy and judicial assistance to individuals seeking legal services. Take a look.
To ensure legal assistance and access to justice for marginalized and underprivileged sections, a new block for legal aid defense councils, LADCs, has been opened at the Udhampur District Court Complex. The LADC block was formally inaugurated by Tashi Rabistan, the Acting Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, in the presence of several dignitaries from the judiciary and legislative departments. With dedicated space for LADCs to work, this new block will significantly enhance the capacity and effectiveness of legal aid services in the Udhampur district.
आज का जो उद्घाटन है ये हमारे हाई कोर्ट ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर के जो माननीय न्यायाधीश हैं जस्टिस ताशी रबस्तान, आज ये एक्टिंग चीफ जस्टिस हैं और ये एग्जीक्यूटिव चेयरमैन हैं J&K लीगल सर्विसेज अथॉरिटी के। तो आज उधमपुर में हमने ये जो है दौरा किया है, इसमें लीगल एड डिफेंस काउंसिल का ऑफिस जो नया ब्लॉक है इसको इनॉग्रेट किया है। इससे ये बेहतरी आएगी कि एक तो सुविधाएं इनको मिलेंगी और जब स्पेस बढ़ती है जो सुविधा लेने आता है उनको बैठने की जगह मिलेगी और उनसे अलग बात करनी। कुछ केसेस ऐसे होते हैं जिसमें LADC को अलग बैठ के बात करनी है, उनकी बात सुननी है, तो उनकी बात सुनेंगे, उनको बैठने की जगह मिलेगी। और इससे ये है कि हम आगे भी विचार कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर जो LADCs की स्ट्रेंथ है उसको भी इंक्रीज करें, क्योंकि इनके पास केसेस काफी ज्यादा हैं, तो उससे लोगों को मदद मिलेगी।
The District Legal Services Authority and the government are making concerted efforts to provide quality legal aid services to every individual in society, regardless of their socio-economic background.
इम्प्रूवमेंट तो ये हुआ है कि ये जो हमारे लीगल एड डिफेंस काउंसिल हैं ये वक्तन बवक्तन जो है जेलों में जाते हैं, थानों में जाते हैं, जितने भी रिमांड के लिए मुलजिमों को लाया जाता है वहां अपीयर होते हैं और कोशिश करते हैं कि उनका जो रिमांड एप्लीकेशन है उसको रजिस्ट करते हैं, उनकी तरफ से बेल एप्लीकेशन फाइल करते हैं, जेल में जाके उनको पूछते हैं कि किसी को कानूनी मदद चाहिए। तो इससे जो है अगर कोई ऐसा शख्स है जो जेल में बंद है, जो अपने घर के हालात की वजह से वकील नहीं कर सकता, तो हमारी तरफ से, सरकार की तरफ से ये स्कीम के तहत उसको मुफ्त वकील मिलता है और ये सारे के सारे कॉम्पिटेंट वकील हैं। ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी की प्रैक्टिस 6 महीने है या साल है, हर एक की प्रैक्टिस 10-10 साल से ज्यादा है और ये सेशन ट्रायल जो है इन्होंने अपने वक्त में अपनी प्रैक्टिस में, प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस में जो है अच्छे सेशन ट्रायल केसेस जो हैं वो डील किए हैं और अब प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस को छोड़ के लोगों की मदद करने के लिए ये आगे आए हैं और हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं लीगल सर्विसेज के साथ।
The district administration is actively constructing similar judicial infrastructures in different tehsils of Udhampur district to improve accessibility for those seeking justice. The inauguration of the new LADC block underscores the administration's commitment in promoting legal awareness and delivering quality judicial services to every citizen in the region.
A 3-day exhibition called Atal Expo, The Pink Revolution, was recently held at the University of Kashmir in Srinagar, Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The event celebrated entrepreneurial spirit and creativity in the region, featuring a diverse range of products including fashion jewelry, paintings, clothing and innovative handicrafts. It provided a platform for women entrepreneurs to showcase their businesses and network with potential customers and investors. The exhibition was a resounding success, encouraging young women entrepreneurs in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to continue their growth and development. Take a look.
A 3-day exhibition called Atal Expo, The Pink Revolution, was recently held at the University of Kashmir in the capital city Srinagar. Vice-Chancellor Nilofer Khan inaugurated the expo, marking the beginning of an inspiring celebration of entrepreneurial spirit and creativity in the Union Territory. The expo featured a diverse range of products including fashion jewelry, paintings, clothing and several other innovative handicrafts.
ज़्यादा खुशी मुझे इस चीज़ की है कि सब छोटे लड़कियां हैं इसमें और सबने ये पार्टिसिपेट किया है और अगर आप देखेंगे कि बहुत एंथुसियाज्म है इनमें। ऑलरेडी ऑनलाइन ये अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को बेचते हैं और इसमें हमारे साथ जो ताउन किया है, हमारे पास सबा जी आई और यूनिवर्सिटी का एक अपना जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है, वी ट्राई टू एनकरेज दीज टाइप्स ऑफ एक्टिविटीज। आपने देखा होगा कि इससे पहले भी हमारे जो डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स है, चाहे मैनेजमेंट है, विमेन स्टडी सेंटर है, सोशल वर्क डिपार्टमेंट है, हम ऐसी एग्जीबिशंस करते हैं। तो ये जो आपने देखा होगा, इससे क्या होता है, एक एनकरेजमेंट मिलती है लड़कियों को जिनके भी ये स्टॉल्स है। और हमने इनको बोला कि विल बी ये आज का ही सिर्फ एग्जीबिशन हम नहीं करेंगे, हम जरूर कोशिश करेंगे ये और सक्सेसफुल रहे, उसमें यूनिवर्सिटी को जो भी रोल अदा करना है, we'll definitely do it and we'll try to encourage them because startups and entrepreneurship is the priority in new education policy and University of Kashmir is committed, whether it's boys or it's girls, anybody will try our best to encourage.
हमारा ये कोविड में ही आइडिया आया था क्योंकि कोविड में तो हम कुछ बैठे रहते थे, तो हमने कहा था चलो हम स्टार्टअप ही शुरू करते हैं एंड अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारा ऑनलाइन बिजनेस अच्छा जा रहा है। और अब हम ये एग्जीबिशंस जो हमें वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को ये प्रमोट कर रहे हैं, हम अक्सर एग्जीबिशंस में आते रहते हैं।
तो क्या आइटम्स आपने आज रखे हैं?
हमारे मॉडेस्ट वेयर आता है, उसमें हिजाब्स आते हैं, सूट्स आते हैं और अब हमने न्यूली लॉन्च अपनी ज्वेलरी भी की है।
The exhibition not only provided a platform for these women entrepreneurs to showcase their businesses, but also served as a networking opportunity where they could connect with potential customers and investors. The event was a resounding success, encouraging the young women entrepreneurs of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir.
जो भी काम ये लोग कर रहे हैं, they have started from scratch. जिसमें फीमेल्स है, जिन कोई मैरिड है, कोई अनमैरिड है. वी हैव 7 गर्ल्स हु आर इन क्लास 11th. उसमें से एक लड़की ने 7 क्लास से स्टार्ट किया है. तो इसमें इनका ये बूस्टअप होता है इससे, बिकॉज व्हेन वी डू दीज एग्जीबिशंस एंड वी कम, एवरीबडी कम्स है, तो इनका एक बहुत अच्छा सा एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिलता है.
ये बहुत एक अच्छा इनिशिएटिव है. सबा मैम ने इससे ये मेरा आइडिया था, पर उन्होंने मुझे जो बहुत हेल्प की है इसमें, जो वो एक वुमेन को हेल्प कर रही है. इससे पता चलता है कि वुमेन आजकल की फील्ड में कुछ भी कर सकती हैं और हम अगर चाहें, हमें अगर वो ख्वाहिश हो, हम आगे जाके वो उससे ड्रीम को अपना सच्चाई में बदल सकते हैं. वही इरादा था, वही इरादे को मैं लेकर यहाँ आई थी और उन्हें इम्प्लीमेंट किया सबा मैम ने. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इससे मैं देख रही हूँ कि काफ़ी लड़कियों को हेल्प हो रही है.
Over the last several years, the government has organized many skill development programs across the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. As a result, there are now a large number of women in Kashmir who are operating their online and offline businesses for clothing, handlooms and several other products. To support these young entrepreneurs in starting and expanding their businesses, the government also provides loans at minimal interest rates. From dependence to self-sufficiency, many women in the Union Territory have transformed their lives, traversing the path of growth and development.
In the remote and hilly areas of Rajouri district, the government's Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana scheme is revolutionizing the lives of the people residing in Thana Mandi Tehsil and several other remote areas. Earlier living in vulnerable Kacha mud houses, the residents are now staying in the safe and improved Pakka homes. This scheme highlights the government's commitment to holistic development in Thana Mandi and other regions of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Take a look.
The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has brought a wave of happiness to the residents living in the remote and hilly regions of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Equipped with all the basic amenities such as electricity, water and washrooms, the Pakka houses built in Thana Mandi Tehsil have replaced the old mud houses. For many years, the people here lived in Kacha mud houses that were vulnerable to rainfall and snowfall. But the new Pakka houses built under PMAY are safe and provide improved living spaces.
ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की फ्लैगशिप स्कीम है प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना। इसमें जितने भी लोगों के घर कच्चे थे उनको सरकार की तरफ से असिस्टेंस मिलती है और वो अपने घर को पक्का कर सकते हैं। तो मुझे खुशी है ये बोलते हुए कि हमारे इस ब्लॉक थन्ना मंडी और ब्लॉक प्लानगढ़ में समवेयर अराउंड 6000 प्लस घर हमने ऐसे जो हैं जो हमने पक्के किए हैं। और अब ये बात है कि आने वाले टाइम में हम जो बचे लोग हैं, अब कुछ उनमें से बच भी गए थे, ये नहीं है कि हमने 100% कवर कर लिया होगा, लेकिन जो लोग बच गए हैं मैं उनको भी एश्योरेंस देता हूं कि आने वाले टाइम में उनके घर भी हम पक्के करेंगे, क्योंकि ये जो फ्लैगशिप स्कीम है ये अभी चल रही है।
Under PMAY, more than 6,000 Pakka houses have been built in Thana Mandi, Planghar, the other remote regions of the Rajouri district. For those families still awaiting their new homes, officials have assured that they will soon have Pakka houses built under this scheme. Special emphasis is also being placed on the sanitation and cleanliness of the region by involving enthusiastic residents who were more than happy after receiving ownership of their new houses.
हम सैनिटेशन पे बहुत जोर दे रहे हैं। सैनिटेशन में हम ये करेंगे कि सबसे पहले हम लोगों से अपील करेंगे, क्योंकि जब तक लोग हमारा साथ नहीं देंगे तब तक सफाई रह ही नहीं सकती। और लोगों को सबसे जो इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करना है वो ये है कि जो सेग्रीगेशन एट सोर्स, आप घर में ही गीला कचरा और सूखा कचरा अलग कीजिए। जो सूखा कचरा है उसकी हम फॉरवर्ड लिंकेज बनाएंगे, और जो आपका गीला कचरा है, जैसे जो आपके खाने का बचा हुआ सामान है या कुछ है, वो आप अपने किचन गार्डन में यूज करिए, ताकि हमें सैनिटेशन को, इस एरिया को साफ रखने में मदद मिले और हम इसको अच्छे से कर पाए।
शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं मोदी जी का। हमारे ये मोहल्ला ये इसमें पटियास प्लॉट में हम रहते हैं, ब्लॉक थन्ना मंडी से हैं, तो शुक्रिया अदा उनका करते हैं। तकरीबन 400 घर हैं हमारे, तो वो कच्चे थे, तो अब उन्होंने पक्के मकान दे दिए, तो हम उनका शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। अब हम सेफ हो गए हैं।
The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has demonstrated the administration's commitment to developing every nook and corner of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. From providing affordable housing to developing roads, bridges and other infrastructure, the government is instrumental in fostering holistic growth in the region. Whether in infrastructure development or the social progress of individuals, the Union Territory is experiencing a transformation never seen before.
India is a key Buddhist hub which attracts tourists from Buddhist nations with its rich heritage. India enhances diplomatic ties and cultural outreach through cultural exchanges, pilgrimage circuits and academic collaborations. This strategy boosts tourism and fosters deeper bilateral relationships based on shared spiritual and historical ties, showcasing India's commitment to preserving and promoting Buddhism while building lasting partnerships across Asia and beyond.
With its ancient monasteries, sacred sites and tranquil landscapes, India offers a unique experience that captivates Buddhist and spiritual seekers worldwide. At the heart of India's Buddhist tourism ecosystem lies a small town in eastern Bihar state, just 15 kilometers from the main town of Gaya. Prince Siddhartha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, becoming Lord Buddha. This UNESCO World Heritage Site not only attracts pilgrims and tourists but also radiates a profound spiritual energy. The Mahabodhi temple serves as a central place for meditation and prayer.
Yeah, my first time here. So this place been in my dream list for a long time, and finally I can make it. My experience here is that when I come here, the energy here is totally different with outside. Right? It's a very peaceful place. I can feel the energy. I feel some connection with this place. Yeah, and see a lot of people, a lot of Buddhists from different countries come here to practice, to visit the Buddha. So yeah, very happy to be here today.
I'm very grateful that I'm here for this retreat, and I'm learning so much about Buddhism, and I feel like there is a really strong energy in Bodh Gaya that maybe I wouldn't find in another city. So yeah.
India's Buddhist tourism extends far beyond Bodh Gaya. The country boasts a rich tapestry of sites significant to the life of the Lord Buddha and the spread of Buddhism. These include Sarnath, where the Buddha delivered his first sermon, Kushinagar, where he attained Mahaparinirvana, and Nalanda, an ancient center of learning. Buddhist sites attract not only devout followers, but also curious travelers from diverse backgrounds. In recent years, the Indian government has significantly improved infrastructure around Buddhist sites. The tourism department of the country's northern Uttar Pradesh state recently organized the Bodhi Yatra conclave in New Delhi, celebrating Lord Buddha's remarkable journey. This event highlighted Buddha's spiritual and cultural influence across South and Southeast Asia, enhancing cultural diplomacy with these nations. India has also sent sacred relics of Lord Buddha and his disciples to Mongolia and Thailand for display. Additionally, the government has announced a transnational Buddha tourist circuit connecting key sites linked to Buddha's life and teachings. This initiative aims to attract global tourists, especially those interested in Buddhism, offering a comprehensive journey through significant historical locations.
A visit to all the Buddhist places will pave the path. कि बुद्ध के जीवन से जुड़े हुए सारे ऐसे प्रमुख स्थलों का भ्रमण मात्र जो है वो बुद्ध के मार्ग पर चल करके निर्वाण को प्राप्त करने का मार्ग प्रशस्त करता है। और ये निश्चित रूप से एक बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी जो भारत के पास में जो विच वी कैन ऑफर टू आवर फेलो बुद्धिस्ट कंट्रीज, और इसको जो है आगे बढ़ाने की दिशा में जिस तरह से माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भारत की सरकार और उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार, बिहार की सरकार काम कर रही है, यह आने वाले समय में एक बहुत सुनहरे भविष्य की ओर इंगित करता है।
The exploration of India's Buddhist heritage is not merely a journey but a transformative experience that connects people to a profound sense of peace and spiritual fulfillment. For those seeking to delve into the origins of Buddhism and immerse themselves in a vibrant cultural tapestry, India stands as an unparalleled destination.
That's all we have for you in this week's episode. Goodbye and take care.